Father, tell me a story. Alright, son. I have a story to tell you. I'm going to tell you a story about a man. He's the reason we're here today. I'm going to tell you the story of Isaac Newton. The year is 1643, almost 300 years ago today. It was a cold January 4th. (1643), the 4th of January. Like most of us today, our hero starts his journey in a hospital room. For obvious reasons, his mother was there, but alas, his father was not, as he had died 3 months prior. Newton, I cannot live with you. Like many heroes, Newton was removed from his parents at a very young age. He lost his father even before he was born, and at the age of 3, his mother remarried some oaf named Reverend Barnabas Smith. I don't actually know if he's a bad guy or not, but he's probably actually a pretty nice guy if you got to meet him. I wouldn't know, he's dead now. But regardless, this left Newton to live with his maternal grandmother, Margaret Azukoff. Newton disliked his stepfather. After remarrying, Newton's mother gave birth to 3 more children, meaning that Newton had 3 step-siblings. From the age 12 to 17, Newton went to the King's School in Grantham until his mother removed him from school in the hopes that he'll become a farmer. Not too surprisingly, he hated this job. Luckily, after some convincing from the schoolmaster at the King's School, Newton was able to return, finish his education, and receive his diploma. In 1661, Newton happily waltzed to the Trinity College in Cambridge as a recommendation from his uncle. Going for his M.A., he studied Kepler's work and took notes about mechanical philosophy. He later discovered the generalized binomial theorem and created a mathematical theory that will later be known as calculus. You know, that one class you hate. In 1665, he graduated and became a cool kid as a college graduate. As you may have guessed, Newton was a pretty intelligent guy, and his intelligence was noticed by his peers, classmates, and most importantly, his teachers. In 1666, a year later, Newton studied the spectrum of color and light. He began his studies by shining a flashlight into a magnifying glass and then beamed that light into a prism. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. There weren't flashlights 300 years ago. What? Of course flashlights existed 300 years ago. Okay. Yeah, silly, obviously. Duh. Anyways, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, he had established that if you shined a light and concentrated it into a beam and then shine that beam into a glass prism, it'll reveal that light is made up of colors and that color is inseparable to light. This knowledge made him realize the flaws of a refracting telescope as it would lose color and thus clarity. With this in mind, he crafted a telescope with reflective mirrors instead of lenses 2 years later. It was about 8 inches long and it produced a clearer and larger image. After concluding his studies, he gave lectures on optics for 2 years, 4 years later. Basically, so if you take like a flashlight, like a flashlight, and you shine that at like a triangle, it'll explode light everywhere, okay? In 1679, Newton later went into mechanics and gravitation. It was then when he discovered the 3 universal laws of motion which he is known for today, and most likely how you know him. Newton claims he was inspired to create a formula of gravitation by watching an apple fall from a tree. Although it is thought to be a myth, it is confirmed in memoirs of Sir Isaac Newton's life, where he confirms this incident in a conversation. Unfortunately, on the 20th of March of the year 1727, Newton died peacefully in his sleep in London. Asleep or dead? Okay, well, good night, son. That's. Okay, you know what? That's fine. The shot doesn't need to be too long. I will call that done. We are done shooting. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Your cat looks stupid.
Killing the bloopers. Okay, that's a wrap. You know what? We're done shooting. We're done shooting.
Oh my god.
God, press the square to stop.
We did it, guys. We did it. We really did it, guys.
Yay!
Guys, we did it. We did. We
I killed some.
I killed someone. Holy crap. Okay, can you try to aim for... Oh my gosh. Scott, what the heck, man? There's a apple everywhere. Scott, you're dying over there. You ready? Guys, okay. Oh my god.
We'll only have a quarter by the end of this.